Intro to Immigration Vocabulary. Essential question: what is immigration and why is there a debate surrounding it? Directions. Step 1, read the words and their definitions in the orange column on the left. This one. Step 2, in the middle column, write your connotation. This one. Step 3, read the article which is below the table, down here. Do not fill in the last column yet, meaning this one. Step 4, after you read the article, fill in the last column. One last quick thing before you begin: connotation. If a definition of a word is the literal meaning of that word, the connotation is the implied meaning and feeling of that word. For example, when the definition of the word beautiful is very attractive, giving pleasure to the mind or the senses, the connotation is that guys cannot be beautiful while girls' art and landscapes can. Beautiful also has the connotation of being a good word to use in a compliment. Vocab word and definition. Your connotation. What does this word make you think of? Article connotation. How does the article make you think about this word? Example, crime. Pronounced crime. Noun, an action that breaks the law. Your connotation? It's something bad. I have heard this word used on the news about people who steal things. Article connotation? Crimes can be little, illegal parking or walking, and of little importance, or they can be big, like hurting someone. Next word, alien, pronounced alien. Noun, person coming from another place, foreign. Citizen, noun, person belonging to a certain country. Illegal, adjective, going against the law. Immigrant, noun, person from another place who moves to a new country to live. Immigration, noun, the act of moving from one place to another to live. Unauthorized, something that is not permitted. Undocumented, not having the required paperwork. The article, What Part of Illegal Don't You Understand? By Lawrence Downs from the New York Times, October 28, 2007. Bolded words are defined in the chart above. Words in italics are defined on the sidebar here. I am a human pileup of illegality. I am an illegal driver and an illegal parker and even an illegal walker, having at various times stretched or broken various laws and regulations that govern those parts of life. The offenses were trivial, and I feel sure I could endure the punishments, penalties, and fines and get on with my life. Nobody would deny me the chance to rehabilitate myself. Look at Martha Stewart, illegal stock trader, and George Steinbrenner, illegal campaign donor, to name two illegals whose crimes exceeded mine. Pile up, lots of things put together. Offenses, a crime, something that broke the law. Trivial, not very important. Rehabilitate, to change for the better. Good thing I am not an illegal immigrant. There is no way out of that trap. It's the crime you can't make amends for. Nothing short of deportation will free you from it, such is the mood of the country today. And that is a problem. Amends to make up for doing something wrong. America has a big problem with illegal immigration, but a big part of it stems from the word illegal. It pollutes the debate. It blocks solutions. Used dispassionately and technically, there is nothing wrong with it. Used as an irreducible modifier for a large and largely decent group of people, it is badly damaging. And as a code word for racial and ethnic hatred, it is detestable. Dispassionately, with no emotion, with no connotation. Irreducible modifier, to oversimplify. Detestable, deserving of dislike. Illegal is accurate to the extent as it describes a person's immigration status. About 60% of the people it applies to entered the country unlawfully. The rest are those who entered legally, but did not leave when they were supposed to. The statutory penalties associated with their misdeeds are not insignificant, but neither are they criminal. You get caught, you get sent home. Accurate, correct. Statutory penalties, punishment for breaking a law. Since the word modifies not the crime but the whole person, it goes too far. It spreads like a stain that cannot wash out. It leaves its target diminished as a human, a lifetime member of a presumptive criminal class. People are often surprised to learn that illegal immigrants have rights. Really, constitutional rights, but aren't they illegal? Of course they have rights. They have the presumption of innocence and the civil liberties that the Constitution wisely bestows on all people, not just citizens. Modifies, changes, diminished, to be made less of, presumptive, assumed to be, bestows, to give. Many people object to the alternate word undocumented as a politically correct euphemism, and they have a point. Someone who sneaked over the border and faked a social security number has little right to say, oops, I'm undocumented, I'm sure I have my papers here somewhere. Politically correct euphemism, a word used to replace another word that is seen as bad, unpleasant, too harsh, embarrassing. But at least undocumented, and an even better word, unauthorized, contain the possibility of reparation and atonement and allow for a sensible reaction proportional to the offense. The slow action in Congress and the country over fixing our immigration laws comes from our inability to get our heads around the wrenching change involved in making an illegal person legal. Think of doing that with a crime like cocaine dealing or arson. Unthinkable. Reparation, atonement, making up for something that was wrong. Sensible, having, containing, or using good sense or reason. Proportional, equal to. Wrenching, unpleasant, to twist. So people who want to enact sensible immigration policies to help everybody, to make the roads safer, as Governor Eliot Spitzer would with his driver's license plan, or to allow immigrants' children to go to college or serve in the military, may face the inevitable incredulity and outrage. How dare you? They're illegal. Enact, make something the law. Policies, laws or rules. Inevitable, bound to happen. Incredulity, unwilling to believe something. Meanwhile, out on the edges of the debate, edges that are coming closer to the mainstream every day, bigots pour all their loathing of Spanish-speaking people into the word, rant about illegals, call them congenital criminals, lepers, thieves, unclean, and people will nod and applaud. They will send money to your website and heed your calls to deluge lawmakers with phone calls and faxes. Your TV ratings will go way up. Bigots, an intolerant person. Loathing, extreme hatred. Congenital, having something from birth like a health issue. Heed, listen to. This is not only ugly, it is counterproductive, stopping any effort toward immigration reform. Comprehensive legislation in Congress and sensible policies at the state and local level have all been stymied and will be forever as long as anything positive can be branded as amnesty for illegals. Deluge, to be given a large number of something. Counterproductive, having the opposite effect. Reform, change. Comprehensive, includes everything. Legislation, laws. Stymied, to stop, prevented. Amnesty, to forgive someone for a crime by the government. We are all struck with a bogus deceptive strategy, a 700-mile fence on a 2,000-mile border to stop a fraction of border crossers who are only 60% of the problem anyway, and scattershot raids to capture a few thousand members of a group of 12 million. Bogus, not genuine, fake. Deceptive, saying one thing and doing something else. None of these enforcement policies have a trace of honesty or realism. At least they don't reward illegals, and that, for now, is all this country wants. Now that you've read the article, go back up and fill in the last column. This one here. Finished? Way to go, Rockstar. Don't forget to Dropbox at MNS Intro to Immigration.